Shit, it's hot. I just put on a sweater quickly for a photo, and oh my word, I'm boiling hot now. I, I'm glad you came and visit and found my video. Please sit down, have something to drink, whether it's hot or cold. Um, and I hope you enjoy what I show you today. I'm Michelle Rue, here from the Strand, South Africa, and this is my knitting journal podcast video. Yeah, so let's do a little bit of admin. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing here. If you're in the Somerset West area in South Africa, we have a monthly in-person get-together. So if you're interested to join us, you're welcome to find me on Instagram and give me a private message there. We've got a WhatsApp group running for those who want to meet, but I'm not going to give you my phone number on here. Surely you will understand that. Okay, so, and then it was the visit. So the next get together is on the 11th of February. It's usually Saturdays now because it's to incorporate work and whatever. And I'll give you more detail when you make contact with me. Okay, so that was the one thing. The other thing was, yeah, I don't have notes again. Like and subscribe. The visits. I think that's it. Can't remember anything. Maybe I'll remember later. Okay, so today I've got one finished garment. I've got 4 things that I'm busy with that I will show you, and I've got a story. So my stories is not written book stories. It is thoughts that come to mind when I do things, and then there's a comparison between what I'm doing or an animal's behavior to how we see things and how we do things. So my previous story was, I can't remember when, October, before my birthday stories, about the owl, cat and the monkey. If you are interested after this video to go and listen to the other ones. Other things that I've also been doing is to introduce a little bit our South African designers and yarn dyers, but this particular video is not going to have any of that content. So this is just me and my knitting and my story. I nearly forgot already. Okay, so my garment is finished. This one, the ranunculus, yay! And I'll lift it up. As you can see, I've put little lace in there, and the bottom bit's got quite a lot more stitches than the top, the body, and I got it right to show you pictures. I hope it shows there. Okay, so there you will see the yarn that I've used, the pattern name and who the pattern is from. In the previous video I've put it in the description, and apparently not everyone can see it there. I'm trying my best, hey? Okay, so this one is finished. I just love it. I've spoken quite a bit about it already. I love it. It's just too hot here at the moment in South Africa to wear it. Sorry. But I can't wait for autumn because it's flowy, it's very drapey, it's very soft, you can see. It's lovely. It's got 3/4 sleeves. Okay, I'll put it away. I think the setup works nicely, hey, with the table in front of me where I can actually just put stuff down, don't have to hold anything above my head. I think it's working. Now for the work in progress thingies. So the first one is my socks. Yeah, they're not finished yet because work happened, and my knitting time is the time that I would have spent on traveling to and fro the office. So the first sock is, the heel is done. It's very nicely done, I must say. This is the first time I'm doing a toe up sock with a heel like this. Doesn't want to show why. There we go. Usually this portion is at the bottom and it wears very nicely for me, so I am very curious to feel how this wears for me with a thicker padding at the back. Okay, so this is the shamrock socks, as you will see. Yeah, cool. And the yarn is Moya Big Fox yarn. Everything is on the picture, everything is there. My second item that I want to show you is the two ones that had a competition of which one I should do first, and the one's got 2 points and the other one only had 1 point. So I thought they're so close to each other, maybe I should try and do them in tandem, which works out not too bad, because the one I need to think a little and then I just follow the pattern. The other one I need to read up the pattern every now and then more than the other one. So this one, I just love this bag. I just love this bag. This bag is from Naughty Habits, but I just love the colors. This is my birthday costume. It's New Year and I haven't finished last year's costume. Okay, just want to take it out carefully. So this is the second frill, I call it frill, and I only finished 1 repeat. But what did happen is I finished the 3rd repeat, and at the end of it my counting was so wrong, because if you look nicely, let me open it up for you, I hope you can see it against the wall, maybe not, let's hold it closer. It does have a form of where this middle stitch goes up all the way. So when I looked back on the 3rd repeat, I saw that it's like doing like a tree, it's going all sorts of ways. I thought no, and I pulled it out, and I pulled the 3rd and the 2nd repeat out, and I redid the 2nd repeat. That's why it looks as if I've only done 1 repeat, but I've actually done 3 then. Okay. In the picture I will put down, or I have put down, all the colors that I will do as it will fade up into the neck collar area. That's that one. This next one is from Drops. I just love this color. It's got green in it, but it doesn't show there. This is the Drops Chevron Delight. I'm surprising myself for remembering the names, hey? And I did quite a bit on this one. So I was here last time that I showed you, and I'm at the point where I need to go and read the pattern again. So that's where I stopped. So I hope I can get to the reading the pattern before the weekend, that I can carry on a little bit more. So this one, I've been following the pattern to a T. There are things that I have been struggling with, and that is the where you increase the stitches, but not too much in the center. So this is the center. Oh, this will come like this. This is the center. So the center ones are fine. It is the ones at the sleeves. It just doesn't. That one is not too bad. It does funny things. It's not always a straight line. I pulled two of them out and redid them, like tinker them back. I will see how it looks like. I do hope that when I block it, because it is a lace, that it will actually open up, and show nicely, and not do this. But it is very nice. It's very easy to remember. Even the increases, it's not too hard. What I've done to remember is I've put two different stitch markers in. So I've got stitch markers from Art and Nickel. That's the one, little beads on, and you just turn it around that you can see it from the right side. Okay, you can't see it there, like that. It's a life tree of life. That's the center points, and then I've put in these little pink stones. They're from Art and Nickel, I remember correctly, as the sleeve ones. So I know when I get to which stitch marker I get to, what to do, because in the middle, in the centers, you add on stitches on both sides of that stitch, and at the sleeves you only do it on the inner side where the sleeve is coming. So yeah, so if you read the pattern, it's very easy. It's really very easy to follow. It's just that it's not just a round. And I just left the yarn. Yarn is from Naughty Habits, and it's got red. And I don't know why it always can't show the green. There's green. Can you see the green? There you can see the green. It's got red and green and brown. That is not red, it's brown. Oh well. You will have to come and visit me to see how it looks like. Okay. So because I've got the two brown garments going, I thought it's still summer, it's still the feeling to see flowers and color is still there. And I was wondering, what can I do that's quick and easy? And I wanted to do the ranunculus with this yarn, but I changed my mind because of different colors, and I was told that it is better to do the lace. The ranunculus yoke has got very fine lace pattern, and to do that rather in a one color than on different colors. So I then started this one, and now I can't remember the pattern, so you will need to look there for the pattern name. So this was the lavender and sage from Naughty Habits, and I'm doing, it's a summer top that you work from shoulder to shoulder with the lace, and thereafter you pick up the body and bring it down. So it's nice and big and bulky. And the yarn, I'm sure, don't have the label, it's got linen in, so it's not going to be too hot, I hope. Can you see that? So it's the green and the purple together, and it's like marbling them. It's lovely, I like it. And then the body, the bigger skin, you will see it is green and purple together in the yarn, and then I've got a gray with purple and green in that I'm going to hold it double with. So it will be a bit darker than this, but it will be the same colors coming through, but not as bright as above, as the shoulder pieces. So that is my story for this one. Yeah, I see my hair looks a bit So I did a treatment for my hair this morning. I washed my hair and then I put in conditioner from Isabella Crochet. This is what I use, and sometimes I just leave it in for a while and then rinse it out later, but the longer you leave it in, the more of it like stays behind, which is okay for me because I'm here at home. I'm not in the office today, and next time when I will wash it, it will be really, the hair will be soft and moistured, and that frizziness won't be there. It shouldn't be there because this helps me to take that out. So why does our hair frizz here? I don't know about the other countries, and I don't know about other people, but for me, in summer, my hair frizz because of the extreme heat. So I grew up in the Free State where it's got dry summers, meaning that there's not humidity in the air, but at least it rained in the summertime. Here in Cape Town area or in the Western Cape, it rains in winter. So in winter time it's cold. Sometimes it snows and it rains and it storms. But in summer it is hot. So if the wind doesn't come from the sea, that you get the colder sea breeze coming in, it's really very hot and it does tend to get dry there. So this conditioner is really helping me to make sure that my hair does not become too brittle and too dried out. So that's what I'm using. I love their facial products too. I'm not going to show you how I'm using it. I'm not a beauty blogger, not at all. I'm just sharing. So now my story. Do you want to hear my story? So my story came to me when I was ripping this body back. So when I decided I can't wear it as a sweater because it's too tight over my body, and I do struggle. Maybe by the time I can wear this I will be better, but at the moment, yeah. So I wanted to make it a bit more loose, more flowy, if I can say it like that. And while I was ripping this back, I thought about people, because sometimes when you take yarn and you frog it and you wind them up, they are still crinkled. Some yarn you can cake up and reuse them straight away without any problems, any problems. This yarn didn't work that well. As you can see, it made little difficulties. I should have steamed it before I reused it. Anyway, so that's the one category, is for the yarn that you can reuse immediately. Then the second category of yarn is where you need to, if you can just cake it up and just leave it a bit like stretched within the ball or the cake of yarn, it will be okay to work with later. So you need to leave it there for a few days and it will settle and straighten a bit more and be okay for use. Then you get the third category of yarn where you have to like steam it. So I saw a lot of videos where they do steam it. You just take a kettle or a pot of boiling water and you put your yarn on your Swift and the other end in your winder, and as they pass the steam you will wind them up. In my thought about that is that you're not too wet to just cake and leave, but okay, that's not on the topic. The third type of yarn or category of yarn is where you actually need to take care of it, and before you can use it you must manage it. Let's use that word. So in the same way you get people, because frogging a garment is a change, because you're taking the yarn from one place and you're going to move it or repurpose it for something else. That's a change. Now, people don't always like change. Some people do like changes, some people don't like changes. Sometimes one person might like a change for now, but 2 years later, that same person doesn't want it to be changed. We call that change fatigue, when you had too many changes in life, or when you're too stressed out, or whatever the reason. That's not the topic. So my story is about the 3 categories of yarn. So the first one is where you can reuse it. So you get people that you can take out of one job and put them in another job. Take them out of one town and put them in another town, one country to another country, with no problem. The second group, the people, is where you need to leave them a little bit. So you can take them out, or tell them you're going to take them out. Give them a little bit of time just to think it, to live through it, to imagine it, and then you can move them without any problems. No problems. They just need to think about it and deal with it within themselves. Then the third category is where you need to manage the yarn, to steam it. That's where the people are. You can't just pull them out and give them something else to do, or move them around, or whatever the case, whatever change there is for them. They need management. They need, and I don't mean it in a bad way, I mean they need help. Whether it is from family members, or whether it's from counseling, or whatever the case might be. But sometimes people cannot just change. They need that extra little bit of TLC, tender loving care, and that's okay. So when you deal with people and you want them to change the routine, the children in the house change the routine, or you want your spouse or your partner to not use the lounge to do his work in or her work in, but another room. That's a change. If you lost someone in death, that's a change. Sometimes we remember the 3 categories. We are different people. We are, at different times, we might choose to be a different type of yarn. And it's all okay. Change is not necessarily a bad thing. And don't tell me it's what you make of it, it's what you think of it, and it's your attitude and your decision to make the best of things. Yes, that helps. But yeah, sometimes that third one needs help. Okay, and so when I'm telling you this, because there's a lot of things happening in our country, in our world, in our neighborhood, in our companies, in everywhere, in the schools, everywhere. So as from the little people can start to talk, remember the 3 types of yarn until they put their head down and don't wake up anymore. Remember the 3 types of yarn and take note which one they are, and help them and give them what they need in order to make the change easier for them. So that's my story. Why that came to mind, I've got no idea. But yeah, that came to mind. And I see we're nearly 30 minutes, so I'm not going to keep you much longer. I'm going to say thank you very much for your visit. I hope you enjoyed it. My knitting goes slow. I do realize that. I want to focus on at least one thing to get it finished with. These 2 garments are both quite a bit of knitting still to do, but I'll see what I can do. I see you again in 2 weeks time, if all goes well. And remember to DM me. Oh, I didn't tell you who I am in Instagram. That doesn't help, hey. So I'm on YouTube here, Happy Ever Yarn, and I'm also Happy Ever Yarn on Instagram. Okay, so it's easy. You can find me there and let me know you're in the region and you would like to join us. Then I'll give you more detail. And I would love to meet you in person. And it's a no stress zone. It's a no judgment zone. We're not doing classes. It's just come and sit and knit and chat. And yeah, we chat about yarns and knitting and other stuff also. I mean, we're women, aren't we? Okay. I hope you come back. I hope to see you again. Have a great, great week and all the best for all the changes that's happening in our lives. Happy knitting.